Hi everyone! Welcome again to my channel, Math is Fun channel. This is an educational channel to help the people out there, especially the students who are doing the online classes and those who are answering their modules. This video discussion is very helpful for you to learn and improve your performance in mathematics. Is that great? Yes, that is so great and awesome. So please do not forget to watch the video before you subscribe, and please click subscribe if you like the video and share this one to your friends. At least you can help your friends to learn about mathematics. And always remember that math is not a difficult subject. It is fun and interesting. Are you excited? I am so excited for this video discussion to impart new things or knowledge to you. So learning is fun. Let us make this one as fun. Okay? So are you ready? Yes, I can see it in your faces, on your faces rather, that you're all ready and happy to learn new things in this video discussion. So let's now proceed to our topic. We will talk about equation but having an absolute value. Life is absolute, same in mathematics and linear equations. There's always an absolute. Okay, so solving absolute value equations. So our objective, sorry, I just want to change that one as objective. Our objective for today's video discussion will be about solve absolute value equations. So we are dealing now with linear equations having absolute value. Are you ready? And I want you to highlight the word absolute value. So let's define absolute value of x. This is the distance a number is away from the origin on a number line. So any distance. So again, absolute value of x as represented in the symbol, do not forget, the distance a number is away from the origin on a number line. So the distance away from 0 is less than 3 in both the positive and negative direction, as you can see on the illustration. So again, the illustration shows negative 3 and 3. The distance away from 0 is less than 3 in both the positive and negative direction. So that's how we illustrate it using a number line, the absolute value. Okay, so in here, let's now define formally about absolute value. As you can see there on the screen, the distance a number is away from the origin on a number line. So any number that can be, or any number that is, or distance of any number from 0, that is absolute value. So now, as you can see, let's have an example of a number line. So simplify this expression rather. So you have the absolute value of negative 5, that gives you 5. And 7, absolute value of 7, that gives you 7. So easy, right? Very easy. Yeah, I know, right? So negative 4, absolute value of negative 4 minus 7, that gives you negative 11. So absolute value of negative 11 is 11. And lastly, as we have it there, 3 minus 8 is negative 5 times 2. That gives you negative 10. And when you get its absolute value, that gives you positive 10. So all values of your absolute is positive. Why positive? Because there is no such negative distance. We're talking about the distance in here. So now let's try to solve absolute value integrating in a linear equations and inequalities. Again, our this video discussion will just be focused on solving absolute value in a linear equations, or solving linear equations with absolute value. I have a separate video about solving linear inequalities with absolute value. So again, our focus in this video discussion is just about solving linear equation with absolute value. So let's continue solve this equation. So if we have the absolute value of x is equal to 4, therefore, that means your x is equal to 4 and x is equal to negative 4. So how do we, why is it it's like that? As I have said, whatever the value of your whatever the values of your absolute or inside the absolute, it will always be positive because whether if it is negative or positive, it's always the answer positive. Why? Because there is no such negative distance. So in short, in this given equation that we have with absolute value, if your x is equal to 4, of course, the result will be 4. If your x is negative 4, the result will be positive 4, correct? Whether if it is positive or negative, the value of your x, the answer will be positive 4. Okay, another. Let's try to solve x. Okay, the absolute value of x is equal to 7. What's your answer? The answer is positive and negative 7. The value of your x is equal to 7 and negative 7. That's the answer. Okay, the red marks are the answers. So you have two answers in linear equations with absolute value. We consider the positive and negative. Do not forget that one. Math is fun. My advocacy is to make you change your mind that math is easy and fun. It's not boring. Okay, let's have this one. The absolute value of x is equal to negative 2. What do you think is the answer? Okay, there is no solution. Why no solution? I want you to look at the right side. There is negative. It will always be, or your right side of the equation or the value of 2 must be positive. So no solution. Why? An absolute value must always be positive. That's the concept behind. Okay? So very easy, right? So do not forget that one. So now let's try to solve x plus 4. The absolute value of x plus 4 is equal to 12. Let's try to solve. Okay, in solving absolute linear equations, in short, linear equations with absolute value, first, we isolate the absolute value. How do we isolate? We consider the positive and negative values of your right side of the equation. So next, break it into two problems. Negative, the other one is one positive, and and then the other is negative. So next is solve both equations, solve for the variable. After that, then you can check both answers. So now our answer is x is equal to 8 and x is equal to negative 16. How did we solve it? As what I've said, break this one into two problems, this one. So it must be x plus 4 equals 12 for the right side. Okay, and x plus 4 equals negative 12. This is what I said. Consider the negative and positive on your right side. So it must be written in this form, okay? The absolute value of ax plus b is equal to c. This must be written before you can isolate the absolute value. You make sure that you already have this in this form. So now x plus 4 equals 12. Solve for your x. So you have it x is equal to 12 minus 4. That gives you x is equal to 12 minus 4 is 8. Okay, on the other side, we have x is equal to negative 12 minus 4. Why minus 4? Because we transfer 4 to the right side of the equation, applying the properties of equalities, right? So we have it negative 16. So that's why our answers are uh, 8 and negative 16. Let's try to check how to check. If x is 8, then we have it 8 plus 4, then we have 12, which is equal to 12. Check. If our x is negative 16, so negative 16 plus 4 gives you negative 12. The absolute value of negative 12 is 12. So correct. Our answer is correct. That's how you check it. Okay. So I hope you'll be able to remember this one. Very easy, right? Just follow the process and everything will be all right and easy. Math is easier among other. Okay. This is the easiest rather among the other, subjects. Okay, another example. We have 3x. The absolute value of 3x minus 3 is equal to 6. What's the answer? X is equal to 3 and x is equal to negative 1. Same process as how we do it. So I'll show the solution. 3x minus 3 equals 6. Okay, and the other side, 3x minus 3 equals rather negative 6. We have 3x equals 6 plus 3, y plus 3. Transpose this one based on our rule a while ago in linear equation. So we have it 6 plus 3 is 9. Divide both side by 3. So our answer is x is equal to 3. So check this one. The other one is 3x is equal to negative 6. Transpose this one in here, applying the property of equalities rather, plus 3. Then that gives us 3x is equal to negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3. Divide both sides by 3 there. Then x is equal to negative 1. Yes, as you can see. Okay, that's how we solve it. If you want to check it, just substitute it to the equation. Then if the answer of the left side and the right sides are the same, then your answer is correct. Okay, so now let's have another example. This one. How do you solve this equation? X minus 2, the absolute value of x minus 2 plus 4 is equal to 8. Remember what I said? Before you isolate the absolute value, you must be, or it must be written rather by ax plus b, absolute value equals c. So this is not yet in this form, not yet. So what will we do? We will transpose 4 to 8 on the right side to have this form. So you have it x minus 2 equals 8 minus 4. That gives you absolute value of x minus 2 equals 8 minus 4 is 4. So meaning to say we can now isolate or do the step 1, isolate the absolute value. So we have x minus 2 equals 4. On the other side, x minus 2 equals negative 4. So solve for your x. We have it 4. This one is negative 2. Transpose it there. That gives you plus 2. And x is equal to negative 4. This one, transpose. This becomes what? This becomes Sharon. This becomes positive 2. So our answers now, we have x is equal to 4 plus 2 is 6. I love the bell. X is equal to negative 4 plus 2, that gives you negative 2. So our answer is 6 and negative 2. Let's try to check our answer. I'm nervous. Are you nervous? No, not really. Very good. I know that is really the answer. X is equal to 6 and x is equal to negative 2. So that's how you do it. Please remember that you have, before you do the step 1, make sure make sure rather make sure that you have checked the equation with absolute value, that it must be written in the form of ax plus b. Absolute value of ax plus b is equal to c, as you can see. Wow, I love the bell. It's ringing. Okay, now let's proceed to another example. So this one, I want you to try it on your seat. Solve this equation. So our answer for letter A is x is equal to 3 and x is equal to negative 2. For letter B, there is no solution. Why no solution for letter B? Because your right side is negative 22. Whether you solve this one, that will still give you rather negative numbers in your right side of the equation. So there is no solution. So as what I have said, no solution, an absolute value can never give a negative answer. Please do not forget that one. So that's it. That's about solving an absolute value equation. So please do not forget the process. The process is very simple. All you have to do is just to follow the steps. Okay, you can rewatch the video if you want to remember the steps. So that's all for today. That's all for the video discussions that we have for this video. So it's so nice to really share things here in mathematics. So I want you to remember that math is not a difficult subject. It's easy, fun, and interesting. So thank you for watching the video. Please do not forget to subscribe. And of course, share this one to your friends out there, especially those who need this one, those who are struggling in mathematics. This is a big help for them to understand things and change their perspective, rather. What happened to my tongue? Their perspective that math is not a difficult subject, but it's easy, fun, and interesting. So have a nice day. Have a great day. Have an awesome day.